do welcome you to Bible Times. I'm Willard Pless. And today we want to talk about how to understand the book of Revelation. This is a book that gets ignored, and people think, well, I don't think I can understand that. I don't know what it's talking about. I don't know. I just can't seem to get the picture. But let me share some things with you. If you are thinking about studying the book of Revelation, this is something that you need to realize. When you start in the book, you can look at it as a whole book and get a picture of what it's talking about, or you can just study bits and pieces of it. But you need to kindly think about it as a whole of what the book of Revelation is talking about. And when we come to the book of Revelation, start thinking about studying here, the thing that we come to is the letters to the seven churches that is given in chapters 2 and 3. Now, this is talking about the fall of the church age, that the church is going to get to where Jesus is on the outside, but he's still knocking on hearts' doors. He's still trying to reach people, and if they open the door, he said he'll come in and sup with them, and they would sup with him. And so he's still calling, but and he also taught in the parables of the marriage supper of the Lamb. He says, many are called, but few are chosen. So you got to realize you can be called, but if you don't start paying attention and walking with him, and as he talks about that he'd sup with you and you with him, if you don't start doing that and start building a relationship with him, then it's not going to work. You can be called, but it doesn't go anywhere, because it's just like the ones that were called to the marriage supper in Matthew chapter 22 that made excuses and went off another way. Well, see, you can do the same thing. He can call you, but if you don't start fellowship with him and eating from his table and sitting with him and supping with him, then it's not going to work. The 10 foolish virgins, or the 10 virgins that Matthew 25 talks about, that Matthew talked about there in chapter 25. See, they were given light. They were called. And 5 of them made preparation. They started listening and paying attention, but the 5 foolish ones did not. So it never developed with them, even though that they were called. See, you and I can do the same thing. I remember when God called me, I was about 24 years old, getting close to 25, and he dealt with my heart, and he called me, and I came. And but see, if I hadn't have started talking to him and fellowshipping with him and walking with him, then it wouldn't have worked. If I'd have just been concerned about what Willard wanted and went on and done what I wanted to do, see, that's what those that done that didn't. They just went on and lived their own life and done their own thing. Adam and Eve done that. See, they didn't walk with Jesus. They didn't fellowship with him. They went on their own way. And see, that's what we do too. We can do the same thing. We can be called. But the book of Revelation here in chapters 2 and 3 talks about the fall of the church. The doctrine that caused the church to fall is eternal security. That once saved, always saved. It means that when you come to confession like that, and then you're eternally secure, you can go off and live any way you want to. That's not the way it works. It doesn't work that way. If you don't start paying attention and fellowship and walking with Jesus and supping with him, it doesn't work. If you go on off to live for yourself and do your own thing, it don't work. Jesus taught that in Matthew 13 about people that had a wayside heart. It didn't affect them at all. In other words, they call, but they didn't take heed. A lot of people can do that too. But some people can receive it, but they've got a hard heart, so they don't get rid of that hard heart and sup and fellowship with Jesus. And Jesus talked about the thorny heart too. And then he even talked about a good heart can limit their walk with him. They can do it in a percentage way, in a 30 or 60 or 100. And I want to be 100. That's where I'm going. I want to be 100. But when we learn about the church fall, then you learn about the 7 seal book. Now this is talking about what comes in the end time days. See, the church will fall, and then we learn the 7 seal book here talks about the rider of the white horse and things coming. Now see, when the church falls, and then these other things begin, and the Bible teaches that it's Babylon coming back. That Babylon starts coming back when the church falls. And this happened in 2000. See, that by 2000 the church had fallen. And Babylon started coming back. See, that's what happened when the Twin Towers were taken down and the new World Trade Center opened. See, this is Babylon coming back, and then you come to chapter 6, where it talks about the man riding the white horse. This is talking about the end time man that comes forward the first time. See, he's going to come forward and he's going to be taken down, and then he's going to return. That's what the book of Revelation is talking about. And in chapter 6, he comes riding the white horse. And it teaches that he will conquer Israel, Jerusalem, without weapons, without ammunition. That he'll conquer with flattery. And see, this is talking about President Trump. He's the one that come riding the white horse back in 2017. And when Israel celebrated their 70th year of being back in land, see, that's when he went into Israel and conquered them through flattery by moving the American embassy to Jerusalem and starting the Abraham Accord and started calling Jerusalem the capital of Israel. And so, see, he's very much a part of the nation of Israel. In other words, he's in there. They're walking with him. They're believing about President Trump. And so you learn about his first time coming here in Revelation chapter 6, and other things happen after he comes, and this is talking about his first coming. But he would be taken down like Nebuchadnezzar was. See, this is Babylon. This is the new Babylon. And he'll come and rule, and he'll be taken down like Nebuchadnezzar. But see, Nebuchadnezzar was taken down, but he left the stump, the roots. See, when President Trump was taken down, if you look at that you'll see that he never really went away. The roots were still there. He still had his hold on Capitol Hill and so forth, and especially in the Republican Party, that he never really left. He was taken down as president, but he never really went away. And then you come to Revelation chapter 13, and this is when he comes back. Is when he rises back, and the Bible teaches that he will come out of the bottomless pit that we learn about. And the bottomless pit is the evil part of the world, the dark world, you might say. See, there is a world that is light and understanding, but there's also a dark side too. And if people walk in the dark side, they're not going to see and understand the real meaning. If you walking in the dark side, you will not understand the book of Revelation. You won't see the meaning. You're going to have to come out of that dark side, and the way you do that, you talk to Jesus. See, he said he calls, and you talk to him and let him do what he does, and you come out of that dark side. And when you come from out of the dark side, then you come to the light. If you don't walk in the light, you're not going to see the meaning of the book of Revelation and what's really going on. And see, President Trump came back in 2017, and he came forward in 2017 the first time. And then he went down, and then in Revelation chapter 13, he comes back. And that's after Satan comes to earth. You read about in Revelation chapter 12. And Satan is the one that brings him forth and brings him back and gives him his power and place and seat. And so we know President Trump is the leader of this Babylon. New Babylon's come back. He's like Nebuchadnezzar. He wants to be a king. He treats himself as a king and wants to be treated that way by everybody, by the world. He wants to rule the world and bring everybody in, and that's what the turf's all about. And see, the book of Revelation gives all of this. It talks about every bit of this. And we know that the Bible says when he gets his kingdom going, that it's going to be filled with darkness. All this chaotic stuff that's going on within the kingdom of President Trump, see, the Bible talks about this, that it's going to be a chaotic mess for him. And the Bible's talking about this. The book of Revelation gives all of this, and it started in 2000. for 24 years, and then extended year which is 2025. And this is what we want to talk about. And we just want to help try to get a kind of a view how to understand the book of Revelation. But call on Jesus and walk with him and fellowship with him and let him sup with you and you with him, and you'll be able to see and understand things. And I hope you do that. And so God bless you, and you have a great day.